Have you ever watched someone rise to greatness and wondered, how did they get there? The secret isn't loud boasts or flashy moments. It's quiet, persistent growth. What if I told you the key to building yourself into a force of impact lies in these 6 powerful, silent ways? Stay tuned, because today we unlock the principles that will transform your life without you ever needing to say a word. The world is full of noise, distractions, opinions, and constant pressure to be seen and heard. But true greatness is born in the silence of your actions, in the quiet cultivation of your character. In this video, we're going to explore 6 transformative ways you can build yourself silently but powerfully into the person you were always meant to be. Greatness begins with mastering your thoughts, because your mind is the foundation of everything you will ever achieve. What you think about yourself shapes your destiny. Your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas, they are the blueprint for your life. They influence your actions, dictate your emotions, and ultimately determine the path you will walk. It's often said that your thoughts become your words become your actions, and your actions create your reality. Therefore, to unlock the fullness of your potential, you must first take control of what happens in your mind. It's crucial to understand that your mind is constantly bombarded by outside influences, the world, media, the opinions of others. All of these external forces can easily seep into your thinking, planting seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity. The voices of self-doubt, criticism, and even fear of failure can easily take root in a mind that is not disciplined. But here's the truth. You don't have to accept those thoughts as truth. You don't have to internalize every negative message that comes your way. What others say about you or what they expect from you does not define who you are or what you can achieve. It is what you say about yourself, what you choose to believe about your potential, that determines the limits of your success. This is where the power of affirmation comes in. Affirmations are more than just words. They are declarations of belief that shape your mindset and create the life you desire. By intentionally choosing to speak positive truths over yourself, you are reprogramming your mind to align with the highest version of yourself. Instead of letting negative thoughts hold you captive, you fill your mind with words of strength, courage, and confidence. You speak life into your dreams, you affirm your potential, and you declare your ability to overcome any obstacle. When you affirm your greatness, you begin to change the very fabric of your mind. You create a mindset that is resilient, unwavering, and confident. You refuse to let fear dictate your actions. You replace doubts with clarity, confusion with direction, and insecurity with boldness. Your thoughts begin to align with your purpose, and every decision you make becomes a reflection of the person you believe yourself to be: capable, powerful, and destined for success. It's also important to remember that your thoughts are like a garden. Just as you would tend to a garden by removing weeds and nurturing the plants that will grow, you must do the same with your mind. You cannot let negative, limiting beliefs thrive within you. You must pull them up by the root. When negative thoughts arise, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought aligned with my purpose? Is this thought serving my vision for my life? If the answer is no, then you must actively replace that thought with something more empowering. Another powerful tool for mastering your thoughts is visualization. Take time every day to envision the future you desire. Close your eyes and picture yourself achieving your goals, living in abundance, and walking in your true purpose. Visualizing success is a powerful way to keep your mind focused on your goals, while also programming your subconscious mind to attract opportunities that align with your vision. Your mind cannot distinguish between reality and vivid imagination, so the more you visualize your success, the more it becomes a reality in your subconscious. And that's where transformation begins. Ultimately, the mind is a powerful tool, but it can only work for you if you learn to harness it. Greatness is born in the quiet moments when you take charge of your thoughts. When you silence the negativity and fill your mind with power, vision, and purpose. When you master your thoughts, you unlock your true potential and begin to walk boldly into the future that you were always meant to create. Consistency is the invisible force that shapes your destiny. It's easy to get caught up in the grand vision of success, the dream of what you want to achieve, but it's the quiet, daily discipline that will bring that vision to life. Each small action, every decision you make, every task you complete, no matter how insignificant it might seem in the moment, adds up. Over time, these small steps create an unshakable foundation for greatness. Too often, people look for immediate results, for validation or recognition. But those who truly succeed understand that success isn't about instant gratification, it's about the long game. The power of consistency lies in the fact that it doesn't require you to be perfect, to have it all figured out, or to receive applause every time you make a move. In fact, the true test of consistency is being able to keep going when no one is watching, when no one is cheering you on, when the results aren't visible, when you can't see the fruits of your labor immediately. It's in those moments that your commitment to consistency will define you. The world may not see it, but every time you show up, despite setbacks, doubts, or distractions, you're strengthening your character and moving one step closer to your goal. People often expect breakthroughs without realizing the effort it takes to reach them. Breakthroughs are the result of countless small actions taken over time, often in complete silence, away from the limelight. It's not the one big move, but the sum of countless small daily actions that lead to lasting success. Consistency turns the impossible. The quiet, steady effort is what turns dreams into reality. And the more you commit to it, the more you build trust in yourself and your abilities. It's an investment in your future. This doesn't mean that every step will be easy. In fact, the true strength of consistency is revealed in times of difficulty. There will be days when you feel exhausted, when you wonder if the work you're putting in is worth it. But here's the truth. Your success isn't determined by the days you feel motivated, but by the days you choose to show up anyway. Even when you don't feel like it, even when progress seems slow, your persistence is creating momentum. Every day you push forward, no matter how small the effort, you are laying the groundwork for a massive transformation. This is the essence of building something meaningful. It's about having the vision to see where you want to go and the patience to make it happen, one small step at a time. There's no magic formula to success, no shortcut. It's the deliberate, everyday decisions that lead to extraordinary outcomes. The consistency you practice today will compound over time, and before you know it, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. And while others may still be waiting for a sign, for a grand opportunity, or for the perfect moment, you'll be living proof that success is built quietly, one consistent action at a time. So commit yourself to consistency. Don't wait for the applause, the recognition, or the perfect moment to start. Just start. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. Your persistence will not go unnoticed, because over time, your results will speak louder than anything you could ever say. Motivation is a fleeting force, an emotional surge that pushes you forward when you feel inspired, when everything seems to align, and when your energy is high. But motivation is unreliable. It's unpredictable. There are days when it will be absent, and you'll feel as if the weight of the world is on your shoulders. When the fire of motivation fades, what do you rely on? What keeps you going when the initial excitement of a new goal has dissipated and the grind sets in? The answer lies in one word: discipline. Discipline is not about feeling motivated every day. It's about making a commitment to your future self, regardless of how you feel in the present moment. It is the force that propels you forward even when you want to quit, even when life pulls you in 1,000 directions. Discipline is the ability to show up day after day, regardless of how tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed you feel. It's the practice of honoring your word to yourself and pushing through the moments of doubt and discomfort. When you rely on motivation alone, you set yourself up for failure. Motivation is driven by external factors, by emotions and circumstances that can change on a whim. One day you feel energized and ready to conquer the world. The next, you can't find the strength to lift a finger. But discipline, rooted in commitment, will hold you steady when motivation abandons you. Discipline is the quiet force that ensures you keep going, even on the hardest days. Think of discipline as the muscle that strengthens your character. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Discipline is forged in the moments when you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, when you refuse to give in to distractions, and when you commit to doing what needs to be done, even when you'd rather not. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect mindset. It's about doing the work regardless of how you feel. There is a saying, you are what you do consistently. Your life is a reflection of your habits, your daily actions, and your commitment to your own growth. Discipline is the difference between who you are today and the person you are becoming. It shapes your identity and molds your character. When you make discipline a habit, you begin to see the results of your efforts in every area of your life. You see the growth, the progress, and the transformation that comes from consistent, focused effort. Discipline is the foundation of success. It's the ability to stay focused on your purpose no matter how many distractions come your way. It ensures that you remain aligned with your goals even when challenges arise. Discipline allows you to maintain momentum, to keep moving forward when others are faltering. It's the key to unlocking your full potential and becoming the unstoppable force that you were destined to be. Ultimately, discipline is not a restriction, it's a liberation. It frees you from the tyranny of fleeting emotions and impulsive desires. It gives you control over your life, your actions, and your destiny. When you choose discipline over motivation, you are choosing a life of consistency, progress, and unwavering strength. And in that choice, you build the most powerful version of yourself, one that can weather any storm, overcome any obstacle, and rise above any challenge. Solitude is often misunderstood in today's world. In a society that values constant connection and interaction, being alone can sometimes feel uncomfortable or even burdensome. But what if I told you that solitude is not something to avoid, but a powerful tool that fuels your growth? True growth doesn't occur in the noise of the world, but in the silence within. Solitude is not isolation. It's the space where your potential is nurtured, refined, and brought to life. The most transformative moments often occur when we find ourselves alone, reflecting on who we are, where we're going, and who we're becoming. The world tells us that to succeed, we must constantly surround ourselves with others, be seen, be heard, be busy. But in reality, the quiet moments spent in solitude are where the seeds of greatness are planted. It is in these times of solitude that we can strip away the distractions and focus on the deepest parts of our lives. We have a chance to reconnect with our purpose, to reassess our goals, and to recharge our inner reserves. This is where clarity is born. Embracing solitude is not about running away from the world. It is about creating the space needed to understand yourself fully. Many people fear being alone because they have not yet learned to be at peace with themselves. They constantly seek external validation or fill their time with noise to avoid confronting their own thoughts. But when you embrace solitude, you learn to become comfortable in your own presence. You discover your own strength, your true desires, and the areas in your life that need attention. Solitude allows you to disconnect from the pressures and demands of the world. In those quiet, uninterrupted moments, you can hear the still, small voice within you, the voice of your inner wisdom. This is when your true potential begins to emerge. When you are surrounded by the chaos of external opinions and expectations, it's easy to lose sight of who you are and what you truly want. But when you step away from the noise, you create a space where you can tap into your deepest purpose, free from distractions. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and creators throughout history have understood the power of solitude. They knew that to achieve anything of substance, they had to carve out time to be alone, to think deeply, and to reflect. In those moments of solitude, they gained insight, perspective, and clarity that propelled them forward. When we give ourselves the gift of solitude, we allow ourselves to access the wellspring of creativity and wisdom within us. We are not just recharging our energy, we are cultivating the focus and insight needed to make better decisions, take more intentional actions, and lead with greater purpose. In the quiet of solitude, you are also able to realign your focus. Life can pull you in many directions, and it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of busyness. Solitude offers you a moment to step back, assess where you are, and determine if you are still on the path to your purpose. It allows you to recalibrate and make the necessary adjustments to stay true to your vision. In these moments, you can assess your progress, learn from your mistakes, and refine your approach. So the next time you find yourself alone, embrace it. Do not fear the quiet. Use it as a tool to reconnect with yourself, to plan your next steps, and to cultivate the wisdom that will guide you. The power of solitude lies not in the emptiness, but in the opportunities it presents. It is the fertile ground in which your future success is sown. In solitude, you are not alone. You are in the company of your greatest potential. True strength does not lie in overpowering others, nor in the ability to dominate a situation. Real power comes from within. It's the ability to control yourself, particularly in the face of adversity. When we talk about emotional intelligence, we're discussing the profound ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, to manage them effectively, and to influence the emotions of others in positive ways. It is a quality that transcends traditional strength. It is not about reacting with aggression or force, but responding with wisdom, grace, and insight. In any high-pressure situation, your first instinct may be to react emotionally, whether it's frustration, anger, or anxiety. But mastering emotional intelligence means recognizing that initial reaction and choosing to respond with thoughtfulness rather than reacting impulsively. It means acknowledging your feelings, but not allowing them to dictate your actions. In this way, you transform challenges into opportunities. Rather than allowing emotions like fear or doubt to paralyze you, you learn how to harness them as fuel for growth. Emotional intelligence also means being able to step back from your emotions and assess situations with clarity. In difficult circumstances, this ability to pause, reflect, and process your emotions before reacting is a form of wisdom. It allows you to take the most productive action instead of making decisions based on temporary feelings that could lead to regret or failure. When you remain calm under pressure, you set the tone for others around you. Your composed demeanor can be a stabilizing force in chaotic environments. It builds respect and trust because people are naturally drawn to those who handle stress with wisdom and maturity. To build emotional intelligence, you must first develop the skill of self-awareness. This involves becoming acutely aware of what you are feeling in any given moment. Are you angry? Are you feeling anxious or insecure? Recognizing your emotions is the first step toward mastering them. Once you are aware, the next step is understanding how these feelings influence your thoughts and actions. Too often, people act out of emotion without realizing how their internal state drives their behavior. When you understand that connection, you gain the power to control it. Moreover, emotional intelligence involves empathy, the ability to understand and relate to the emotions of others. By being in tune with the feelings of those around you, you can respond in a way that de-escalates tension and fosters cooperation. This skill is essential in leadership because it helps you build stronger relationships, improve communication, and inspire loyalty. A leader who understands the emotional needs of their team, who listens and empathizes, creates an environment of trust, and ultimately gets the best out of people. Another key component is emotional regulation, which is the ability to control and adjust your emotional responses to fit the situation at hand. It's not about suppressing your feelings, but rather managing them in a way that benefits you and those around you. Emotional regulation helps you to avoid unnecessary conflicts and maintain peace within yourself and your relationships. When you possess emotional intelligence, you gain an edge in life. While others may act impulsively or react to every emotion with hostility, your ability to stay centered gives you a level of control and calmness that others cannot touch. It is the foundation of sound judgment, effective leadership, and resilient living. Developing emotional intelligence is not something that happens overnight, but with practice and commitment, it will change your life in profound ways. It is a silent force, shaping your destiny and empowering you to navigate the complexities of life with confidence, peace, and purpose. Building yourself quietly is the secret to lasting greatness. It's about developing the strength, discipline, and focus to do the work without the need for external validation. As you embrace these 6 principles, you'll realize that the true power of your journey lies not in the noise, but in the silent strength of your character. Stay faithful to the process and you will build a legacy that echoes through the ages. Remember, it's not how loud you speak, but how powerfully you live. Keep building and the world will notice.